It is Friday, and we say hello. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill.
It's Friday?
Yes.
Yes, let's do it.
Woo.
High fives for Friday.
Kudos to yesterday, 62 degrees.
That was awesome. Third time this year.
It's interesting. We've only hit 60 3 times this year, 2 in January, once yesterday. All 3 of those days.
62.
That's kind of weird.
There's something magic about that number.
62.
Hey, I always like starting off Weather Extra with a little trivia. Yep. So here's the Friday edition of Weather Extra Trivia. Here you go. This thing that I'm talking about is Oregon's second largest state park at more than 8,000 acres. And the largest state park, by the way, is Silver Falls. So Oregon's second largest state park. That will be the answer to this trivia question. We'll give you a few more hints at the end and do the big reveal. One
of the hints is going to be east or west side of the Cascades? Is that one of the hints?
No.
No?
But maybe I need to start conferring with you before I like putting you on the hot seat here. It's fun watching you guess. So, like everybody at home who's thinking about this.
You know, the sad thing is that I love geography. I really loved, especially getting away from that a little bit, physical geography in college. And yet I am just getting an F in your geography class.
In fairness, I didn't know really much about this park until one of our viewers submitted a spectacular photo, which we will also reveal at the end because I like to kind of show a photo with the landmark or whatever that we're showing. And let's carry on. We'll come back to that in a second.
Let's get you rolling with the track of the cold front and rain coming in this evening. So here's the latest futurecast, and this is 5 o'clock on the clock. You can see raining along the coast range and just starting to creep into Yamhill and Washington counties, for example. So it still looks like this is around a dinner time event. If you say dinner time, 6 o'clock, somewhere around there, give or take.
Unless you're on this shift and then dinner time's like
that's
2.
True. The rain will be coming in. And then remember, the snow level really falls sharply overnight behind this front. This is tomorrow morning. Snow level down to at least 2,000 and maybe at times tomorrow even down to 1,500 feet. Now that cold air will produce some explosive scattered showers here in the valley tomorrow during the day, and you would assume with the low freezing level that our odds of seeing some hailstones would be really high tomorrow. So we expect we'll be getting some reports of some decent downpours, some hail. And then right now Sunday looks to be a much quieter day with still a little bit of rain around potentially. So our 7-day numbers, thinking we have a chance to get up to about 57 today before the clouds really start to thicken this afternoon. Eventually that rain comes in. Then depending on timing of rain and some breaks or not, that type of thing, I have it both days, Saturday and Sunday, at 49 degrees. A lot of these days have still been creeping up. It's been hard not to hit 50 lately. Have you noticed that over this February? It's been a month of just once to hit 50.
I hope I make it that far.
Well, when you hit 50, you'll start to get tired, my friend. I can share that with you.
So this is a leap year.
Yes,
that means tomorrow is the 29th, which is a leap day. It's the last day of February. It's what I used to think was every 4 years was an extra day in February, but what do you got on that? So
this is kind of interesting, and by the way, a big thank you to Jim Todd, who's the Director of Space and Science Technology or Education out at OMSI. He sends us a lot of great information throughout the year. And one of his emails had this graphic on it. And let me apologize. When we transferred this off of the website, we realized it wasn't the highest of definition of images. So it's a little fuzzy, and for that we apologize. But this is great information. So look at the middle of this graphic. It's the so-called common year that we all memorize, right? 365 days. And we think that's how many days it takes our planet to make its orbit or rotate itself around the sun. So in truth, it takes a little bit more than 365 days to do that. It takes 365 and roughly 6 hours to do it. That's what they call the tropical year. So it's that difference in time, which is why on average every 4 years we have a leap year, and that kind of helps set the clock. So the leap year, which adds a 29th day in February, gives us, of course, 366 days to the calendar year to make up for that time reference. Our Drew Carney did a really interesting piece on this, and you can find it on our KGW YouTube page. If you just go to there and do a search for leap year and Drew Carney, it will come up. And then Drew took it beyond the fact that it's not as simple as just every 4 years we make the correction. When you get to the century marks, the 2000, for example, was one. Then there's an interesting formula he takes you through. I don't remember all of it, but you can find it on the YouTube page.
2120 or something is the next one? Or?
Then you get into how it's divided by math, and there's a couple there's even a second correction that's necessary beyond the 4 years. Jim Todd mentioned, which I found interesting, that if we didn't have this leap year, if we didn't do this correction to make up for the roughly 6 hours that it takes beyond 365 days each year to go around the sun, that a few centuries down the road, we would actually have Christmas slide all the way into July.
Christmas in July.
That's an example.
It used to be a store on Northwest 23rd.
Have to make these corrections. So we thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, and I think Drew also mentioned in his piece that it's 8 years. There are some centuries in there where it's an 8-year. Break between adding that extra day or something.
He breaks down
it's interesting.
Several things, but go to our YouTube page, KGW, and Google Drew and then leap year, and his package really takes you succinctly through
into the minutia, into the weeds. Cool stuff. All right, back to weather trivia. Okay, so this is a park. It's Oregon's second largest park. 8,000 square acres. Okay.
Formal cattle ranch.
Used to be a cattle ranch. It was owned by the Burres and the Murtha families and eventually sold to the Western Rivers Conservancy in 2008, who eventually sold it to Oregon, and the park opened in 2013, so it's a relatively new park.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Okay. Last clue. It's located in Wasco County on the banks of the John Day River. We have a photo of this in our weather graphics machine. Are you ready? You ready for the big reveal?
Yes.
I want to thank Susan McGee for sending in this gorgeous shot of Cottonwood Canyon State Park.
Oh, Susan is a traveler, and she sends us just fabulous pictures.
In Wasco County. That's another one. That's another keeper. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff about this park. So actually, the BLM maintains a lot of land around it as well, like something like another 11,000 acres. So actually, all told, like this area is like a 20,000 square acre area in Wasco County along the John Day. Super cool. There's campsites there. You can go check it out on the Oregon State Parks website. And that's the spot that I would like to go visit.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that most Oregonians and Washingtonians, once you give us the name, which I don't know, do you think most of us have heard this of this park?
Did I not say what it was? I thought I did.
You haven't yet.
I haven't. Okay, ready for the big reveal. It's Cottonwood Canyon State Park.
I have heard it. I have heard of that.
And there's a beautiful picture from Susan McGee. Love getting your photos, love getting your comments. Also, if you have a question, preferably weather related, to keep Rod on the road, Rod on the rails here.
I assume they have
We'd love to answer
out there. Do you know
yes, there's a lot of campsites. There are campsites, some what they call primitive sites, which is basic, like I think they have like a fire pit, and then that's it. And that's something that the McGinnis family will be checking out sometime in the near future. Hey, happy
weekend.
Happy weekend. Happy final day of February. Happy leap year. And when we see you again on Monday, it'll be March something.
And if it's raining when you wake up and it's cold March 1st on Sunday, don't forget to go roar as March would come in like a lion.
See ya.